Active recall is a powerful study technique that can significantly enhance your learning process. It helps you remember information better by actively engaging your brain in the learning process. Instead of passively reading or highlighting text, you actively try to recall what you've learned, which reinforces the material in your memory. This makes your brain work harder and strengthens the neural pathways associated with the information. It's like a workout for your memory, making it more resilient and efficient over time. Imagine trying to learn a new language. You wouldn't just read the dictionary and expect to become fluent. Simply reading the dictionary won't make you fluent because it doesn't engage your brain in the same way. You need to actively practice speaking and recalling words. Active recall works on a similar principle. It's about actively retrieving information from your brain, not just passively absorbing it, which leads to deeper learning. Passive study methods like highlighting or rereading might feel comfortable and easy, but they don't lead to long-term learning or retention of information. Active recall, on the other hand, forces your brain to retrieve information, making it a more effective study technique. This strengthens the connections in your brain and makes it easier to remember things later, leading to better academic performance and deeper understanding. By incorporating active recall into your study routine, you can unlock your brain's full potential and achieve your academic goals. Why is active recall so effective? What makes it stand out among other study techniques? It's all about how our brains work and process information. When you learn something new, your brain creates connections called synapses. These synapses are the pathways that allow information to travel through your brain. Active recall strengthens these connections by repeatedly stimulating the neural pathways. This repeated stimulation makes the connections stronger and more efficient. Think of it like walking through a forest. The first time you walk a new path, it's difficult to find your way. The more you walk a particular path, the clearer and more defined it becomes. Over time, it becomes easier to navigate. Active recall is like walking that path over and over again, making it easier to find your way. Each time you recall information, you reinforce the path, making it stronger and more accessible. Research has shown that active recall is far more effective than passive methods like rereading or highlighting text. In one study, students who used active recall remembered significantly more information than those who simply reread the material. This demonstrates the power of actively engaging with the material. This is because active recall engages the brain in a deeper way, leading to better understanding and retention. By actively recalling information, you are not just passively absorbing it, but actively working to retrieve and reinforce it. A study published in the journal Science found that students who practiced active recall performed 50% better on tests than those who used passive study methods. This is because active recall not only helps in memorizing information, but also in understanding and applying it, making it a powerful tool for learning. Ready to unlock your brain's potential? Active recall is a powerful technique that can transform the way you study and retain information. Here are some practical ways to implement active recall in your daily study routine. First, create flashcards with questions on one side and answers on the other. Test yourself regularly to reinforce your memory and understanding. Second, after studying a topic, close your notes and try to write down everything you remember. This technique helps you actively engage with the material. This helps you identify areas you need to focus on and highlights gaps in your knowledge that need attention. Third, use practice questions and past exams to test your knowledge. This not only reinforces what you've learned, but also prepares you for the actual exam. This simulates exam conditions and helps you identify your strengths and weaknesses, allowing you to focus your study efforts more effectively. Finally, explaining a concept to someone else forces you to organize your thoughts and deepens your understanding. Teaching is one of the best ways to learn. Additionally, incorporate spaced repetition into your study routine. Use apps or set reminders to review material at increasing intervals to enhance long-term retention. Lastly, create mind maps to visually organize information. This helps you see connections between concepts and improves your ability to recall information during exams. Active recall is a game changer for effective learning. It's not about studying harder, but studying much smarter. By actively engaging your brain, you can unlock your true learning potential and achieve better results. Don't be afraid to experiment and find what works best for you. Consistency is key. Make active recall a regular part of your study routine and watch your learning soar. Remember, your brain is capable of amazing things. Give it the tools it truly needs to succeed. Success stories abound with active recall. Students have transformed their grades and confidence. Embrace this powerful technique and join the ranks of successful learners. Your journey to unlocking your brain's potential starts now. Stay motivated and keep pushing forward. With dedication and the right strategies, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. As you embark on your journey to master active recall, here are some additional tips and techniques to help you along the way. First, break your study material into smaller, manageable chunks. This makes it easier to recall information and reduces the feeling of being overwhelmed. For example, if you're studying for a history exam, focus on one era or event at a time rather than trying to memorize entire timelines all at once. Second, use a variety of recall methods. Flashcards are a popular choice, but you can also try teaching the material to someone else, or even just speaking out loud to yourself. This engages different parts of your brain and reinforces your memory. Now let's hear from some students who have successfully used active recall. Student 1. I was struggling with my calculus class until I started using active recall. By testing myself on key concepts every day, I not only improved my grades, but also felt more confident during exams. Student 2. Active recall helped me ace my biology exams. I used to just read my notes, but now I quiz myself and it makes a huge difference. Student 3. As a medical student, there's so much to learn. Active recall has been a lifesaver. I create mind maps and constantly test myself on different parts of the material. It's challenging, but it works. These stories show that with dedication and the right techniques, you too can master active recall and achieve your academic goals. Remember, it's a journey, and every small step you take brings you closer to success. Keep experimenting, stay consistent, and watch your learning transform. Your brain is a powerful tool. Use it wisely. The only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment. Tony Robbins.